Hello and welcome back. Today I thought that I would do a little quick tutorial on something that probably drives a lot of us batty. So I have a duvet cover right here that does not have loops on it, and I just got a new synthetic down comforter because my down comforter was actually making my allergies worse, and the doctor recommended that I get a synthetic one. And my comforter also does not have the tabs on it. So I bought a new duvet, a new comforter, and they don't have tabs. I washed them, I dried them, and I went to go put them on, and I couldn't get it affixed, and I can't have it just going wherever it wants. No, that won't happen. So I'm going to show you real quick how to add your own ties to it, quick and easy, no worries. So the first thing that you're going to want is some ribbon that's hopefully in a color that's not going to show through. This is white, but it is a little, it's thicker, so this is light enough that it won't show through. And you want it so that it doesn't fray really bad. So like I run my finger across it and it frays a little bit on the edge, but not bad. And that means that in washing, it's not going to be too bad. And then you're going to start cutting ties that are the length enough that you know you'll be able to tie them up really easy. It gives a little flexibility if the comforters, or if the duvet cover is a little bigger than the duvet itself. So, about this length is what I like to work with. It also gives me room that if it does fray, I can go ahead and trim off and put a little fray check on it and leave it like that. Okay, so for each corner, you're gonna need 2 ties, one for the cover, one for the duvet itself. So I already started cutting, and then I decided that you guys might want to see this. So we have 1, 2, and this is 3 corners, but we need to go ahead and cut the half of the other one. So, and I just like to keep track over here when looking so that I can see about how many ones that I have. So if I line them up like this, I can go, oh, okay, I have this many. I need this many more. Okay, now this is enough to do all of the corners. That is the bare minimum of what you want. I actually like to put one in the middle of each side, so I'm going to cut another set of 8. Two, 4, 6, 8. There are the original corners, and then we have 1, 2. I think this piece will be enough to do. Yep, barely. 3. And then I'm going to reach over here and grab, because I do have some more of that ribbon. It's just from the Dollar Tree. I got it because I like to do little borders and stuff around my board, and this one mixed with the yellow looks really pretty with like burlap and stuff, and very just summery and festive and fun. So okay, so I need 2 more, and no wonder these are not cutting well. These are my school scissors that I brought home to actually cut some stuff out for older activities. Oops, they got left on over here because that's what I was using them with. I put those away. I put these away so I wouldn't accidentally grab them, and then I'm over there grabbing them when I don't need to grab them. Of course. It's okay, we're all mad here. Okay. So now, the first thing I'm going to do, I have my corners folded up, which means I also have it folded in half this way and this way, but these are all 4 of my corners. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do, and yes, I know that it's black thread, but I really don't care because it won't matter, is I'm going to put it underneath like this, but then I'm going to flip it over like this because I don't want to accidentally sew on. So I'm looking at the way that it's done, and I'm probably going to do it like this because this seam is the thickest. It seems right there. So I'm actually going to pop this baby in like so. Put my presser foot down, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to a zigzag stitch. I do want to keep it rather tight. Yeah. No, I don't need it very wide. I'm going to actually just tighten it up a lot. We're going to do a very, very narrow stitch on a 1. Keep it a medium width and just go back and forth with it a few times. Okay. So now it's stitched down. It has room to fray and not have an issue, but it's thoroughly stitched in there. Pull tie, corner 1 down. Corner 2 is next. And I am making sure that I keep the ties on the same side on this, just to make it a little easier. It gives it a smoother appearance when you go to tie it to the actual duvet. I'm going to go ahead and fold down. It's got this little bit of loose serger piece right there. If I fold that down and I sew it into this, then I don't have to worry about it fraying ever. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I have all 4 corners done like this. All right, next I'm going to take, so I've got where I folded it in half this way, which is at the bottom. We've got 2 different ends like this. So right here and right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that onto my lap, kind of keeping it like this. These do need to be sewn out this way, so I'm going to be a lot more careful. And I could grab a pin and do it, but I'm just comfortable holding it. I'm trying to do this real quick because I am changing out my linen for my warmer things now. And I'm in the middle of laundry, so I don't want to take too long and have clothes wrinkle in the dryer. Because Lord knows how much I hate ironing. So anything to avoid that awful, awful iron. Anything to avoid using straight pins, the bringers of doom, and anything to avoid the iron, the bringers of I just hate ironing so much. So my steam iron broke, so I no longer enjoy ironing. And I refuse, even though my hubby wants to buy me another steam iron, I refuse to since I'm no longer doing dress alterations, and I just feel bad about spending that much money on that. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the other corner that was folded. I just had it over here. I knew where it was. So this is the other side. About that, my card went full and I didn't notice. So now I am over here with the comforter. So I've got two of the corners here and the half seam for that side there. And I just noticed that on these, my comforter actually does have loops. So I am not going to sew onto this side, but I will show you that you would just sew this onto the corner and then you would tie it like a bow. Since I have one loop on the other side, I'm just going to thread it through the corner ones on these and then tie her off like that. I am going to go ahead and add the 4 to the middle though, because those I will need. So, sorry, big old knees knocking into everything. It is cold and rainy and nasty and just, I'm trying to make my house warm and cheery right now. Warm and cheery. Okay. There's one side in the middle. And there's my other ends and my other middle. Now I'm just taking the other end and then I'm fishing around until I find the other corner. Sorry, I'm probably coming down with something. All right, and then I get the middle. You can see I'm sticking my hand in there. That's the middle part. And then put it on here. I don't really care if this is pretty. The seaming's not all that great, but it is highly functional. Okay, so find the ends, work our way down until we got the middle, and I just push my hand through until I find the middle and then roll my thumb up until I've got the actual edge. I could measure it and do all of that, but this isn't necessarily about accuracy for me. It's just functionality. I require functional. Okay. So now that I've got them all sewn on, I have my duvet cover turned inside out and laying on my bed. And then I'm just gonna lay this on top of it and then fold it all up. And then I take one end, and I just basically reach my hand in the bottom where the hole is, grab the middle seam on the top and pull through, and then you tuck all the corners out, zip it up, and put it on your bed. And that's it. You're done. All right,